one of the top stories now, one of the breaking stories in this hour, and President Cyril Ramaphosa has authorized the Special Investigating Unit to investigate allegations of corruption and maladministration at Telkom. For more on this, I'm joined now by the SIU's Kganyago to give us a bit more detail. So Kaizer, the proclamation going out on the government gazette, but I imagine that you on your side know exactly what you are being authorized to investigate at Telkom. Tell us what it is. What exactly will you be investigating?
Thank you very much, and thank you to your viewers. What we are going to be investigating at Telkom is transactions that happened in 2006, and those are transactions where Telkom was disposing of certain subsidiaries, that is one being Highway Africa, the other one being Africa Online Mauritius, the other one being Multilink Telecommunication Limited. Therefore, there have been allegations sent our way to indicate that there might have been some irregularities that happened in that transaction in 2006. And then we are also looking at the way they were doing procurement when they procured the services of telex and telegrams, and then the advisory services that they acquired when they were dealing with the broadband and mobile strategy when they started Telkom Mobile. Therefore, those are the things that we've got to look into and check whether there was any maladministration that happened, whether there were any officials that were involved in this matter, and to make sure that if there's money that was lost from the state, we then recover that money and bring it back to Telkom.
Kaizer, I imagine that this is based on a complaint that's a bit more specific. I do appreciate the difficulty you are in because you still have to test the veracity of the allegations being made. But broadly, what is alleged, for instance, to have gone wrong around disposing of assets in and around 2006? What is alleged to have happened?
Yeah, it's a very difficult one, Thulas, for me to be saying at the moment because we are talking of possible maladministration. But the long and short of it is the process of disposing of those subsidiaries was not done in a manner that is fair, equitable, and in line with what the Constitution says in terms of the procurement processes. Therefore, there are possibilities that maybe they favored certain people over the others for them to be given this opportunity to acquire these assets. Therefore, that's what we will test and check whether there is truth in it or not.
And without being facetious about an issue that's quite serious, Kaizer, I think I heard you mention telex and telegram in you talking about the issues around procurement. What's that about?
Yes, the first part is about the disposal of those three. But the second part of the investigation will look at the way they procured the services of telex and telegrams. At the time, I know they are not even being used anymore now. And then the way they also got the services of a company that was giving advisory services in respect to their strategy during that time.
So we're talking here about the technology of telex and telegram, not that these are entity names, an entity called telex and an entity called telegram. The allegations are, they date that far back such that they relate some of them to technology that's not even in use anymore.
No, definitely. We are looking at the procurement of that telegraph services that were used at that time. It looks like there were some things that did not go according to plan, and we will have to go back that we have about 15 years ago and then look at that.
So having said that then, Kaizer, how difficult and complex do you foresee this investigation will be? Because I imagine that in many instances you'll be dealing with people who have put Telkom, their past in Telkom, far behind them. And in instances where you're talking about telex and telegram, I imagine that some of the documentation must have been kept in a different format from how we keep documents now. How difficult do you envisage this investigation will be?
I envisage that it is going to be a difficult one because I think that most of the people that might have been involved in that time are no more with Telkom as we speak. Therefore, we'll have to find those people and make sure that they account for the things that they might have done. Because the things, if they have not done things correctly and they have benefited unlawfully, we have got to go back and make sure that the benefit that they acquired from this have to be taken back. But obviously, like you are saying, it's going to be a difficult one, and I hope that the information that we need we will find, because the allegations, when they came to us, they came with some evidence. Obviously, some of the information we already have.
Yeah. Are we able to put a figure to a value to the transactions that you are investigating?
Not at the moment, Thulas. We are not in a position to do that, but when we finish, we'll be able to tell you.
All right, I've got to thank you for that. That's Kaizer Kganyago. Thank you for that update. You guys will have to go through floppy disks and try and find telexes and faxes and telegrams, etc., to try and dig deep into that alleged maladministration at Telkom. It's good to see that, as they say in the Nguni languages, Icala aliboli. The matters such as these must never be allowed to be put to bed without actually being settled properly. And if it means going back to 2006, so be it. Let the team at the SIU do their work.